Greetings on this beautiful day in June. We have been through quite a wild 2 weeks with the protests and the violence and the hard conversations that are coming, the painful conversations that are now happening in our nation around how people of color have been treated for so long and continue to be treated. Um, these conversations are painful, and yet they are so necessary. And yet I find that there's been a heaviness with us facing these truths. And yet at the same time, in the last few weeks, I have also had a sense of real lightness and gratitude. Living in Sheboygan and being fed by the natural beauty that surrounds us, I feel like we in Sheboygan are really hitting the sweet spot as far as the weather. We have weathered the cold of winter and we are facing the heat of summer. And yet in early June, there is few places that are more delightful to be and more beautiful than Sheboygan on the shores of Lake Michigan. I am so aware this year of all the flowering plants and shrubs. We have a magnolia tree in our front yard that was in full bloom about a month ago, and the daffodils, and now the irises. We have a plant right next to our driveway that I think is called a bridal's wreath, spirea. And I know that it has probably always been there, but I have never been as aware of the beauty of that bush as I am this year. And I get to look out on the inner courtyard. I'm going to just show you what I get to see on a regular basis every day when I come into the office. Um, Right now, people are not in the building, and so Jim and I and Susie get to have this view to ourselves, but that's one of the reasons why I'm showing it to you. It is just gorgeous, and there's a pair of robins that have laid eggs, and their little babies are in the nest. I think I know that this natural beauty has always been here, um, but this year, due to the pandemic, we are given the gift of time to slow down, as they say, to smell the roses. Um, we have a big picture window in our front at home, and I often sit and look out, and in another year or another time, I often see people racing back and forth in their cars, always on the way to somewhere, just a steady stream of cars. Well, this spring, it's been very different. People walking and biking and pushing strollers and taking time to stop at our magnolia. And very few people would walk by our magnolia without stopping and smelling or commenting on its beauty. We all need to find gifts of appreciation and to draw from the natural beauty to continue to feed our souls in these trying times. Each week, Jim and I work on preparing worship, and I'm preparing it for June 21st, Father's Day. And I've chosen the song For the Beauty of the Earth. And so that song has been going through my head, and I offer it as a prayer for you today. I hope that you receive it. For the beauty of the earth, for the splendor of the skies, for the love which from our birth over and around us lies. Lord of all, to thee we raise this our hymn of grateful praise. Amen.